Okay, there we are. I'm like, where's everybody? Terrence Crawford was amazing tonight. Earl, what's up? Pop, 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 pop. What's up, LM? Steven Bugner's in the house. C. Mike. What's next for Crawford? Indingo. Indugo. This was one of the sharpest I ever seen. Terrence Crawford look like. This is a tough fight, ladies and gentlemen. He made it look easy. And I'm tired of HBO and Max Kellerman trying to downplay Terrence Crawford. If this was Manny Pacquiao, they'd be talking about he was the greatest thing on earth. I'm tired of them trying to build him up, Manny Pacquiao up, but whenever there's a brother on there, oh, he got to prove. I'm waiting for him to get in the ring with somebody to prove. He been in the ring with somebody. He already been in the ring with somebody. It's always when a brother on there, it's always what he got to do. Well, I think Crawford is one of the best fighters, but I just want to see him in the ring with someone who could push him. I mean, like, well, when you gonna say that about Manny Pacquiao? Manny Pacquiao been fighting bum after bum after bum since he didn't fall Pacquiao. I mean, Mayweather. You ain't telling Manny when you gonna fight Terrence Crawford. We are live, LM. It ain't Kellerman. Kellerman gonna do whatever the program manager tell him to do. So this ain't even Max Kellerman. We ain't talking about Max Kellerman when he's on ESPN chilling and hanging out and stuff like that. Kellerman's gonna do what the program manager tells him to do. He don't have a mind of his own. Max Kellerman never boxed a day in his life. He never put on gloves. He never been in a ring. All he does is broadcast a fight. So all he does is listen to what Roy talks about and tries not to be stupid and disagree with Roy. Roy keeps trying to tell Max, you don't know what you're talking about right now. And that's the thing, is that Max really don't. But he thinks just because he has the ability to speak and he's very intelligent as far as how he puts his words together, it makes his point even greater. It's like, if you don't know what you're talking about, I don't care how eloquently you say it, you still don't know what you're talking about. And I mean, like today, when Roy said he was hurt with an uppercut, he got hit with a good body shot. I think it was the body shot that hurt him more than the uppercut, Roy. Yeah, you're going to think that because you want to grandstand and make it look like your words and what you're saying is more important than the guy who fought before. So, okay. Yep. But let's focus on Terrence Crawford. Bud came out and did what he was supposed to do today. He put in the work. He did all the combinations. And early on, what hurt Diaz, and this is why I said this fight was going to be pretty tough, Diaz is a very good fighter on the inside. He normally throws more punches than this. But what Terrence Crawford did was get his respect. Diaz is a gold medal winner. Terrence Crawford got screwed out of the Olympics. He got completely screwed out of the Olympics. And the reason why, and this is what's wrong with the Olympic trials now, we don't send our best fighters to go fight. We send the fighters that got the money behind them. And this is why we get whooped across the season. People think the United States and stuff, we don't have fighters. We got fighters. We just don't send them. No way, Dio. You right, Charles Rayford Jr. He's not a pushover. He made him look easy. He made it look easy because he can make adjustments in the ring. He was hitting Diaz with pull counters, changing angles, switching up punches, rolling punches. Diaz, did you see what he did to Lamont Peterson? Lamont Peterson don't have a quarter of the boxing skills Terrence Crawford do. That just shows you the difference in skill level. He hit Crawford with some shots, but they were going to be one in very few. He landed some shots, but Terrence Crawford was able to take it and was able to hurt him. Peterson won, but if you ask everybody else, that was a 50-50 fight. He wasn't supposed to be in no dog fight with Diaz. But what Diaz was able to do was to land some tricky shots, but he wasn't working enough. To beat Terrence Crawford, you got to let your hands go. But the reason why he wasn't as busy, Terrence Crawford was hurting him with punches and jabs. Terrence Crawford's jab, his right jab, was penetrating him and stopping him. Every time he kept trying to get some offense going, he would throw an off-speed jab. He'll throw one to touch him, and then he'll throw one that was stiff and real hard. And he hit him with some hard hooks. And he made him stay home. He stayed home. I think you got the wrong fighter. When did Granados beat Diaz? I don't remember that at all. I think you got the wrong guy, man. He didn't really use his height. It wasn't really a height differential. It was a skill differential. He kept changing the angles on him, using and feinting him with the shoulder, sticking him with the jab, taking away Diaz's strength. Diaz's strength is to get inside and muscle you. He couldn't muscle Terrence Crawford. Bud had him all day long right where he wanted him from the jump. Anytime he thought about making a move, Terrence Crawford was right there changing the angles. And then when he was right there, he was digging to the body. Diaz is an amateur fighter, and he's trained to fight amateurs where they don't go to the body as much. Everybody was asleep on Terrence Crawford. I'm very proud to say I saw it in his amateur career. I said he was going to be where he is right now. I told Adrian Broner, you can't claim you're going to be the best at 140. You got one challenge. You ain't going to get that crown without beating Terrence Crawford. Who? Terrence Crawford. Bud. He was like, man, we got the best bud in the world in Cali. I don't know no from Nebraska. And he act like he didn't know who he was, but I guarantee you he know what he is now. But back then, nobody knew who Terrence Crawford was. I watched this guy beat Mikey Garcia so easy, and he got robbed. And then I watched him beat him again, and he got robbed. I mean, no, he won that one. And they asked Mikey Garcia, I told Cameron Duncan to sign Terrence Crawford. He said, Terrence Crawford, who is he? I said, he's a fighter out of Nebraska. You gotta watch him. Cameron Duncan said, okay, he was gonna do it. He had a fighter from Chicago. He's like, all right, I'm gonna check him out. So he went ahead, and Mikey Garcia, who he already had signed, told him, I guess he brought it up to him like Terrence Crawford. He was like, yeah, Terrence Crawford. When he was like, is there any other fighters out there I need to be, watching or concerned about? He said, yeah, Terrence Crawford. You should sign him. And on the strength of Mikey Garcia, but I ain't mad about that because Mikey knew what I knew. Mikey been in the ring with him. He told him, sign him. And I told him sign him before Mikey did. So when Mikey told him to sign him, that's when he did it. But I saw the vision just like Mikey saw the vision. Crawford was talent even in the amateurs. In the amateurs, the only thing that he did is that he switched up a lot. He switched up a lot more through combinations. Everybody's favorite referee because he got them crazy eyes. That's the crazy eye ref. Steve Willis. There you go, referee Steve Willis. Oh, they love him because he got them crazy looking eyes. He be in the action, them eyes be just bugging out. He make great photo shots. When you see that referee Steve Willis, them eyes be just jumping out at you. There he is. He look like a mortician. Well, he basically is in this boxing business. Since the first round, Terrence Crawford got caught with some good shots, but he wasn't able to hurt him. Terrence Crawford is a full-fledged welterweight. He's really 147. No, he's not a terrible ref. He's great action though. But my thing is, now that Terrence Crawford did what he did to him and take him apart with the jab, the hooks on the inside, the uppercut, definitely. So it wasn't really it's the fact that Diaz did not jab. He tried to high guard his way in. But if you get there, you're going to have to be busy. Terrence Crawford, you can't give him this type of range and let him dictate the offense. Because if he dictates the offense, he'll be there all night. In the other fights, people got knocked out. Without a jab, you're a sitting duck for Terrence Crawford. You might as well wave in the towel because it's all over. When you get caught by Terrence Crawford out there like that, and you want to do that, it's over. Oh, you know I watched the Russell fight. We finna go into all this right now today, because we need to discuss what transpired, because it was brutal. Beltran landed the knockout of the night where he almost killed a guy in the ring. And he was fighting for his green card. If this guy would have lost, he would have got deported. So we're going to get into all of this stuff. See, in boxing, when you're able to do certain things, oh no, brother, it wasn't hype. I'm going to tell you all about it in a minute. But look at this. You see this? What he thought was he was going to come in there and bully Terrence Crawford like he did Peterson. They're not the same type of fighters. What Peterson only fights one way, Crawford fights in entirely different variations. He's seen every style. You're not going to be able to do what you want to do. He could fight going backwards and pop, pop, pop. Keep a jab on you. Nope. You want to get on the inside and fight him on the inside, he going to smother you. Get off me. Come on. Bip, get off me. Yep. He's getting bullied on the ring. So, what you can see is Terrence Crawford is almost already in position to punch. You're not going to discourage him by trying to smother him on the ropes and trying to bully him around the ring. He's seen it all. Sean Porter's like a middleweight. Those two will probably never fight. But skill-wise, you know, Terrence Crawford is way too smart for that. But Sean Porter has got a lot to improve on before he get in the ring again with somebody. Now, let's talk about the situation with Ray Beltran. Ray Beltran has been trying to get a full green card. He's been here on a travel visa, and he's been living here for I don't know how long. So the Trump administration was talking about deporting him because he didn't have a green card. Even though he's a fighter who's been living here for years, they have been real slow with his paperwork. The man speaks English. He works here. I'm like, he works in the gym, works on the fighter. He's fought all over the world. I mean, what more do you want from this man? Yes, he pays taxes here and everything. And they were trying to kick the poor man out. That's why I told you this was a real thing. A lot of people didn't know about it. So if he didn't win this fight, they probably would have just, you know, said his green card is revoked and he's not going to be able to get one. He's just on a travel visa. He's got to go back to Mexico. I swear to you, this was a real thing with Beltran. So when he came out, I'll let you listen to it.
For you, you entered this fight fighting maybe literally for your green card, needing to win not only because it's a title eliminator, but because a win would virtually guarantee, according to your attorney, that you would get that green card and stay in the country. Presuming that's what happens, can you take us through what you're feeling right now?
That's not acting, brother. That's real.
Oh man, I'm emotional. You know, I feel very happy, and I can really express that my feelings right now. You know, I hope I get my green card and my title. You know.
Why is that so important to you, Ray?
It's a hope for my family. A hope for my family, a better future.
Well, certainly if the point is to show that you have some special talent, you fought your way to the top of boxing from a guy with early career losses, now fighting for a title once again. You've already been robbed once, fighting for a title overseas, and you get another opportunity. What does that mean to you?
That means my dreams are coming true. I'm making my dreams come true, you know, by hard work.
So, you know, unfortunately, the other guy has suffered because of it, because, you know, the guy who lost, he suffered pretty badly. But the fight was over so quick, they interviewed Beltran for like 30 minutes in the ring. I've never seen a fight over that much and an interview last this long.
I guess don't.
Here it is. We're going to look at it. You tell me what you see.
Now, this was what happened early on. Well, I think he got a headbutt and they called it a knockdown or something.
You tell me what you see.
Let's watch. It's a headbutt.
The headbutt was hard, was very strong, you know. So I get stoned a little bit.
Here it is. We're going to look at it. You tell me what you see. I mean, I guess if it's hard enough to knock you off your feet, it's like a knockdown.
Yeah, it was really hard. It was his weight against my weight, you know, it was very strong.
So here you are, fighting to stay in this country, fighting for a title shot, and in the first round, you're on the canvas. Woozy, get up with a cut, and did the blood coming into your eye, did that affect your vision?
Oh no, thank God, you know, I knew I was bleeding, but it didn't really affect my vision, you know.
Did you, at the end of the round, you knocked him?
No. Yeah.
Knocked him down.
They scared because they know Pacquiao don't want to take that fight right now, and Top Rank really don't want to make that fight. They want to keep it off as long as they can, but Crawford wants a lot of money, and Bob Arum don't want to pay it. Pacquiao wants a lot of money, so he like, look, I can't make that fight. And no, I don't have a cold. Not at all. But now that you said I got a cold, I might be coming down with one. Just because you said it. That's how it works.
Spectacular one-punch knockout.
Boom.
Take me through it.
Yeah, I was, honestly,
This guy went to the hospital. He had to go to the hospital, and we're glad he only suffering from concussion.
Take me through it.
Yeah.
His whole body locked up because of a shot.
The right distance and getting with the right shot.
Let's look at this. It was a spectacular one-punch knockout. Take me through it.
Yeah, I was, honestly, I see a little bit of his fight, a little of the tape, and I knew he already exposed for that punch, and that was my...
And he was out. Now, Thurman, who called out Crawford, called out Keith, one-time Thurman, after the fight. He called out Manny Pacquiao.
And Steve Willis basically says to Crawford,
Crawford did what he wanted to do. He completely dominated him and broke him down the entire fight. There's nothing they could do, man. Diaz is a great fighter. He'll beat a lot of fighters at 140. Now he's a gold medal winner. He has an action-packed style. He likes to bull people in the ring around. But I love the way Crawford did this interview. And let's go into this interview right here. I just wanted to get back into the groove here.
That some of your opponents recently, did you come out as a southpaw to prove to him that you could beat him as a southpaw? Why did you come out left-handed?
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank God for blessing me with this victory. And I'd like to dedicate this fight to my aunt that passed away, Bonnie Davis. Love you. And I came out southpaw because I do what I want in there. It's my ring.
Because he's a southpaw, you wanted to prove to him that you're better than him as a southpaw.
Because that's what I wanted to do.
I was talking ringside.
Boom.
That
'Cause that's what I wanted to do.
Great lightweights of the past. I know you're a junior welterweight now, and soon probably a welterweight. But Pernell Whitaker, Roberto Duran, you're a mean guy in there. Like you enjoy beating the guy up in a way maybe not all prize fighters do. Am I right about that? Why is that, Terrence?
It's a fight. Can't be nice in there. My dad always taught me as a little kid, don't go in that ring playing. You're going to get hurt. So you got to be mean in there.
We see that normal, really good fighters really don't provide you with competition. At least they don't push you. You need to be in there with another super fighter. Who do you see out there when you survey the landscape at 140, 147 pounds, do you think makes a big fight with you where you will be pushed?
Pacquiao. That's the only fight out there that we really looking for. If not, and Dongo here, he came to my fight. Let's get it on, and Dongo, wherever you at, Keith Thurman, whoever, let's go. I'll move up and fight anybody.
Do you think Pacquiao at this stage in his career is likely to fight you?
Who knows? Hey, that's not up to me. I'm a fighter. That's up to my promoter, Bob Arum now. He got a fight that he's preparing for right now. So he's more focused on this fight than anything else. Like I said, I'm just blessed to get the victory and be here today amongst everybody.
In boxing, unfortunately, the case is nowadays a lot of times when you look the way you look, the super fights don't materialize right away because the other fighters don't want it. So you have to fight a certain level of opponent and look the way you do to make the case for yourself. In a pound-for-pound conversation, your name keeps coming up and rising. Is that important to you to be considered one day the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world?
Of course. That's what we all do it for. That's what we bleed, sweat, put our life on the line for, is be remembered in the sport of boxing.
Thanks, Terrence. Look forward to seeing you real soon.
So, as y'all see right there, they try to cover for Manny Pacquiao. You think Pacquiao would want to take this fight right now? If this was Floyd Mayweather, they'll be jumping down his throat for not taking the fight. But with Pacquiao, you think Pacquiao's too old. No, he ain't. He fighting. He's still out there fighting. Put his butt in the ring. He fighting a guy younger than Terrence Crawford in his next fight. So yeah, he should be fighting Terrence Crawford. Y'all want Floyd Mayweather to fight all these young people? And he 40. And hey, man, when Floyd gonna fight this guy? Floyd need to fight. Floyd older than Manny. Yeah, but when it come to Pacquiao, there's all kind of excuses. I thought Floyd was ruining boxing. Floyd was the only fighter that wouldn't fight the top fighters or fight when they wanted him to fight. Everybody else fight everybody. Ain't that what we heard? Of course he don't. He get paid scraps because he's very stupid with money. Top Rank ain't gonna help Manny Pacquiao manage his money. They hired his manager. When your promoter hires your manager, you're in trouble. Because you're going to be penniless and insane when your career is over and retired. Manny Pacquiao be broke in 2 years after he retires. Top Rank going to still be a multi-million-dollar business. And Floyd will still be making money looking at Manny Pacquiao shaking his head like, It's a doggone shame what happened to him. He's fighting a guy nobody in boxing knows. And I mean boxing, people that really know boxing. Joe Horn? Shoehorn? I'm like, Shoehorn, you're going to Australia to fight him? I mean, man, is this an Olympic fight? That's all people know Horn for is the Olympics. The guy is younger than Terrence Crawford. It's a money grab, yeah, for those who wanted to pay for it. But nobody here in America, they probably did. But you know how cheap those tickets were? See, when you have a stadium, you don't sell them as the price you would if you fighting in a casino. Those prices are higher because the seats are less. When it's seats like a stadium, you get tickets for like $55, $100, $150. You're not going to sell them for the same amount of money. You can't. Oh, man. Yeah, I recorded a video yesterday, man. I got into it with my girl, man. I think that's it. We're done. I'm out. So tonight, I'm going out recruiting. I'm finna go get me some new trim. Yeah, she screwed up last night. I made a video too. I'm gonna upload it. When I came back from the house at like 4 in the morning. I'm like, man, I recorded a video. I forgot I did it. And I went and saw the video. I'm like, man, I recorded a video. I was hot. I was hot. But now, oh yeah, I was fired up. So now I'm finna go out there. I got a lot of videos out too. I ain't realized I was so fired up, man. I made so many videos I got out. I got like 6 videos y'all haven't even seen yet. And they gonna start some stuff. So, oh yeah, I'm dressed to kill tonight. Finna go out there and rope me a bad Latina. Grab me a Latina tonight. Now we got to go to another situation. Now tonight we had a very big situation take place. We all know the Anthony Durrell situation. I sent that to you ASAP. Now, let's go back to those events because those events ended up being the biggest events of the night. They made ESPN Sports Center. That's how big the event was for like an undercard fight. Well, of course you saw the punch because you said, show the sucker punch. I didn't see it. I'm like, if you know about it, then you definitely know what time it was. You see, Durrell was getting his bell rocked. He was playing rock the bells with Durrell the entire game. Here's the problem I have with what happened. I'm going to show you. See, he was playing rock the bells with Durrell early on. Bang, bang. Uh-oh. Rock the bells. So Durrell went down. They called it a slip when it really was a knockdown. He was hurt. So Durrell's on one knee. They called it a slip. It really was a knockdown. That started it. But you see clearly, this guy can hit. He's in the room. I mean, he's in the room. He's in the ring with a puncher. Now, see, this is the first time it happened. This is the first time. He finna give him the Whack 100 special. This is the Ice Pack Whack special.
The final seconds of round 2. Oh, no.
Now, see, he hit him after the bell. That was the first time it happened. Like, look, that was after the bell. Now, that's the first time it happened. Now, from what people been telling me in there, it's hard to hear. It's hard to hear. So he had to ring the bell twice so that he could hear, but he did throw a punch after the bell. Now, us at home, we hear it differently.
Now, there's got to be doing something.
Darrell did a good job getting back into the fight. But in round 8, in a 12-round fight, this guy was all over Darrell. Black Latin guy, what fight was you watching? After the round 6, he started to step up the pace. And he was pushing Darrell back with every shot after round 6. And he started pushing the pace. In round 8, he had Darrell on the run the entire round. On Pie-woo. This is round 8. This dude is all over him like a coat. His style, what? Get hurt and get dropped? That style? Take a dive? That style? Of course he's going to get assault charges, and he should be banned and suspended. But I'm finna show you all the fakeness that took place. Darrell was hurt and trying to survive. He knew he was in there with a bull. The same thing that was happening with Arthur Abram. Arthur Abram dropped him, and then he wanted out. Arthur Abram was pushing the fight. He was tired, and he couldn't continue. He was tired in this fight. Isuzu was on his butt. He had just hurt him and got dropped right at the bell. The guy was throwing the punches, and the shot was after the bell. But instead of getting the 2-point deduction that he was probably going to get for throwing a late punch, he said he was okay to go. When this started happening, and that really went down, man. LeBron. You mentioned that bum to me. You'll know about how much a bum he is in 3 more games. 3 games. You'll see how much of a bum he is in 3 games. I ain't even worried about that no more. I ain't betting on no Boston series no more. Golden State getting me my money like they did tonight. And they hit the over. Boop, 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 boop. San Antonio, all I needed them to do was score 100. And I was like, they can just score 100. I can get this money. And they did. Once they said, I thought Kawhi was going to play. But once they said he didn't play, I'm like, man, we ain't going to get this money. That was my main concern. Like, man, we ain't finna get this money, and that's that. But, oh, did we get that money? Y'all want the itches and blood. We want that weed and money. So, if I lose money on Boston, I get it all back. I get it all back on Golden State. But I'm not betting on the Cleveland game till they play Golden State. That's just it. Okay, here it is, guys.
Let's go to Jim Grant ringside.
Watch this.
All right, Morrow, thank you very much. I just went down to Andre Jarrell's locker room and I spoke to 2 Maryland police and they told me the following. Leon Lawson Jr., the uncle who we saw go into the corner and hit Jose, he is being looked for right now. When he is found, he will be arrested. As for Anthony Durrell, who had some problems outside of the ring, they want to see the tape. They are investigating right now some of the surveillance tapes that they have in here, and he is being investigated. As for Jose himself, he has been sequestered and is now in seclusion with police protection. That's what we have for now. More.
Woo! And this is the Maryland Police Department. And anybody who knows anything about Maryland, you don't screw around in Maryland. The uncle got little on him, so they got to track him down. Right now, he probably right back in Flint. Can't have too long shoes. What are you gonna do? He gonna jump in a car and drive all the way back to Flint. He ain't in his name no way. He getting right back in there. Maryland PD is serious. Yes, they are. They very serious about locking brothers up. You see, they finna slap Anthony Durrell with charges outside the ring. Everybody getting a charge. They ain't playing no games in there. They ain't playing no game.
Riverside, motherfucker.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Big G Principal, man. And once again, this nigga whack 100.
Woo, Whack is in for it. I mean, that guy want to be famous. Oh, what we eating tonight? Veal Parmesan. Veal Parmesan dinner. But I don't eat coleslaw. I keep telling them, stop wasting coleslaw and giving it to me. I don't eat this. Oh, yeah. Oh, my next videos are coming. I told you, I got 6 in the vault right now. And DJ Academic is in it. Oh, yeah. Oh, the white women there, oh, they all waiting at that spot I'm going to. They got Latinas, blacks, Mexicans. It's crazy. And I'm gonna release the video I did last night. Well, I went in on my newly ex-girlfriend. She messed up.
What's up, y'all?
She should have never said nothing to me that was out of pocket.
You know what I'm saying? The most hated. You know what I'm saying? Can't be fucked with. Be the bust ass nigga down. You know what I'm saying? Bust on anything. You feel what I'm saying? The coldest nigga. The coldest. Trust me, I'm the coldest nigga to ever come up out of Pacoima.
I'm the coldest. Now look, there's been a bunch of busters.
You know what I'm saying? The most hated.
But
Can't be fucked with. Be the bust ass nigga down. You know what I'm saying? Bust on anything.
Bust on anything.
The coldest.
I'm the coldest one now. Don't get me wrong now. I'm the coldest one. I like that. I like that. My thing is, why you ain't looking for 40 Glock? 40 Glock all over your back. You want to fight Tretch, but 40 Glock been dissing you for about a year now. Don't you think you need to address that? He in Cali. You want to fight a guy that don't even live there. What's up with that? Oh, yeah, you was here, Tim, when they came to my house and rung the doorbell? I did find out who they are. They from this other hood, and, you know, I guess it's some kid hood over here, whatever. But he found who he was looking for. But I already got the plate number to the car that he went up to and talking to some people. But it was legit. You know, but even if it wasn't, I know where to go in case something go down over here. See, that's what you always got to do. Being a street guy like I am, meaning that I have education from the street. You remember and record everything that moves, because every little thing that you might not pay attention to or might not notice is very monumental out here. Very monumental. I've seen a lot of people ignore stuff, didn't think guys was plotting on them. And it'd be guys that they knew ended up being out there with them and they getting shot in the neck and all kind of craziness. Like, yo, homeboy got shot in the neck. I'm like, what? Yeah, dog, it was crazy out there. They just shot him in the neck. So, I mean, we knew firsthand once we saw one of our friends go on a trip, start hanging with people that, you know, he was getting money with, but he ain't really with them. Was getting money with, but he ain't really with them. Was getting money with, but he wasn't really with them, just like he said. And he went somewhere. He came back in a body bag. They came back to the hood. And it was like, well, what happened? No one knows. Everybody hummada 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 hummada. 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 Everybody hummada 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 hummada. Nobody knew what happened. Wow. Didn't see that coming. I just saw something that I didn't expect. YouTube wants me to give them feedback on their support and all this and what they've been doing. These mugs and they attention, man. They just love attention. Jeez. I should have told them right away. That is not what I'm talking about. That's just stupid. What is this about? Oh my God. I got Carcino right here and they on my DNA. Okay, since we through with the whole boxing scene, I bet Christine do. I'm going to go ahead and let this end so it can load up so the people can see everything that we talked about. And I'm out. Deuces.